What's good, world? It's your boy Stefan. Welcome to the live stream. This one ain't 100% off the top of the dome. In this live stream, we're going to talk about some cool stuff, some interesting topics. I always like to encourage a like, a heart. I always want to encourage engagement, especially with this topic. I want to know what you think. I want to know how you feel. But if it really pisses you off, I encourage engagement too. You can leave that angry face. You can leave that wow face. You can leave a negative comment below if you truly want to. Welcome to the live stream. Now, we're going to talk about some topics. I think this may be something that I'm going to continue to talk about more and do individual trainings and tips on these types of subjects. But we're going to talk about how's your body game. We're going to talk about the body. And we're going to talk about body image versus body confidence. And why people confuse the two. And what's the differentiation between the two, how people confuse them, and how all that's gotten mixed up, and what you should probably maybe want to focus on. So welcome to the live stream. Let me ask you this. How is your body game? How is your body game? Now, some of y'all may be asking, what do you mean, Stefan, by body game? And whenever I'm talking about body game, I mean, how is your relationship to your body? What is your relationship to your body? And by even diving even deeper into that, how do you trust your body? Can you trust your body? Are you confident about your body? And some of you are going to say, yes, I can. My relationship is strong with my body. I have a good relationship to my body. Oh, I can trust my body. But, and this is where a lot of people go wrong. They say the average man, whenever he visualizes himself fighting, he visualizes himself fighting 1,000 times better than he actually can. So I gotta ask you, whenever you say you trust your body, have you actually tested it? That's the tough one. Whenever I say, can you trust your body? And you say you trust your body, have you actually tested it? Have you put your body through the ringer? Not just with the same intense motions, like running a sprint, running a mile, running a 5K. That's great. That's cool. That's a start. But have you tested your body, put it through the ringer? Have you put your body through weird positions? Have you put your body in uncomfortable positions, uncomfortable movements? All right? That kind of gets into stuff like mobility. Is your body mobile? Or you might be really strong, but if you trip and fall, or your legs get stretched a little bit more than what you're used to, and everything breaks, have you been tested in the mobile range of things? Has your strength been tested? Have you tested your body? How will your body handle itself in combat? And if you need to defend yourself? Have you tested yourself? Have you truly tested yourself? Some of y'all are going to be like, dang, I was confident. I thought I trusted my body, but I've never actually really tested myself. Maybe you've been in a street fight or two, or a couple in your day. Maybe that's what you say is a test. Me personally, you got to sign up to a gym membership. Learn the ins and outs of martial arts before I consider that a true test, but to each their own. So I got to ask you, whenever we're talking about body game, what is your relationship to your body like? And by relationship, I mean, can you trust your body? And can you truly trust your body? Have you actually tested it in many different situations? What situations have you actually tested your body? And you know, it's not even just about the physical movement as well. It can be the intellectual movement too of your body. That gets into the mind aspect of things. And we're not going to dive too much into that because really, whenever I'm talking about this, they all go hand in hand. But can your body can you think quick on your feet? Can you speak quickly on your feet? Can you get yourself in a situation? Can you get yourself out of a situation? Your body game, your presence, your energy. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of ingredients to the salad of success in the body game. What's your presence like whenever you walk into a room? Do people look at you? Do people gravitate to you? Do people want to know more about what you're doing and who you are just by your presence? That's part of the body game too. And have you truly tested that? What's your relationship like? What's your body game like? You see, okay, let's talk about Mr. Tyler said, let me read these comments real quick. I'm a hard 6 out of 10 compared to society, but my confidence in who I am makes me feel like a 8 out of 10. I've lost 65 pounds in the past couple months. That's dope. And it has grown my confidence and capabilities to the max. I'm glad you said that because we're going to address something else. Said, keep on inspiring, brother. Appreciate your drive. I'll check back later. Dope. I like it, man. I like it. I like it, Tyler. I'm a hard 6 out of 10 compared to society, he says. But my confidence in who I am makes me feel like an 8 out of 10. Is your confidence built? He said he'll check back in later, but if he checks back in, is your confidence built off true tests, Mr. Tyler? Or is your confidence built off of just false delusion? I don't know. But he said he lost 65 pounds in the past couple of months. That's awesome, man. You have been testing yourself, it seems. And that's grown his confidence and his capabilities to the max. Brother, if you to the max, man, you got so much more left in you, my fam. Great work. I love it. I love the engagement. I love the engagement. So now let's talk about part 2 of this talk. Body image versus body confidence. Body image versus body confidence. And I'm talking about your body game, and I'm talking about body confidence. Those go hand in hand, but I separated slightly from body image. And I'm going to say why. Because sometimes there are outliers. And I say outliers because sometimes the people who aren't the most ripped and have all the most muscles, all right, are those, though, who can handle themselves in a combative situation, who are sometimes more mobile in many situations, and who have a stronger mind and better, more efficient, more effective body-mind connection. So there are outliers where people who are not of the super muscly, super shredded image, who are able to achieve the things that I spoke about earlier that qualify for body game and body confidence. And there are people who are super muscly, all right? This is a huge thing as well. There's people who are super muscly, maybe super ripped, but they got it because they took a bunch of performance enhancement drugs, or they do have that image, but they're so stiff from the stuff that they do that if they got pushed over, they probably pull their back. Or they're super buff, but they have a false delusion and think that just because they buff, that actually means that they can handle themselves in a combative situation. And I learned back in my day that is not the case once I started learning jiu-jitsu. So body image doesn't always necessarily mean body confidence. Sometimes there's people who are beautiful and amazing from the outside, but inside they feel like trash. They ain't feeling too well. But, and body confidence is, like I said earlier, all the things that I mentioned previously in this video. Body image versus body confidence. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. And this is why I say outliers, because a lot of the time, though, don't get my shit twisted. A lot of the time, if a person is obese, then that's can be a good sign that they are not taking care of their body and that the body confidence and the body game is lacking. And many of the times that somebody is of a more toned body image, of the more muscular frame, their body looks intact, what society would consider a good image, a lot of the times that person does have discipline, does take care of their body, can handle themselves. They have tested themselves in many forms of the body game. So, but I say that there's a differentiation because there are outliers, and I do want to include those outliers. All right? But here's where a lot of people went wrong, and this is where some shit got twisted, is because I don't know what time, like when it happened, but people shifted and were like, hey, people started realizing there were outliers. So body image doesn't necessarily mean body confidence. It doesn't necessarily mean health. So what happened was somewhere in the mix, people started thinking, okay, I could just not take care of my body. I don't have to keep it up. I don't have to keep improving it. I don't have to take care of it. I don't have to be disciplined. And I can do all that, and this is why I say people get twisted, and still maintain body confidence in a body game. And I'm here to tell you that ain't true. All right? Most of the time, that is not true. Most of the time, that is not true. And I say that because what I touched on previously, whenever we get into delusion, these people who say that they cannot take care of themselves, not work on their body game, not do the things that improve the body, which improve the mind, let me take it this way. Let me take it this way. If you have to make somebody feel bad for not being attracted to you, that is not real confidence. Most of these people who say we don't need to do these things, like I said earlier, they have not actually truly tested themselves. All right, so it's false confidence. And what they'll do is they'll try to make others feel bad for not being attracted to them. That is not confidence. A confident person does not make other people feel bad for not being attracted to them. So you'll see that. And that's where a lot of people went wrong. Body image versus body confidence. Now, I want to make sure I touch on everything. So you got to be wary of those people. I see it all the time. People will be like, oh, we'll see somebody of the more obese stature image. They'll say, oh, people aren't attracted to fat people because reason A, B, C, and D, because everybody hates fat people, and because I've heard the craziest stuff, all right? Because society is just all about shaming that. And you should feel bad if you're not attracted to obese people. And by attracted, I mean physically, sexually attracted. You should feel bad if you are not doing that. That's not real confidence. That ain't real confidence, all right? And then they'll go off and say that they're confident. They'll be like, yeah, I'm super confident about my image and how I look. Body confidence. I don't got to take care of my body. I don't got to monitor it. I don't have to be disciplined in this area. And they're like, yeah, I'm confident. But if you look deep down, they're not. And If you observe them as a fly on the wall, they're not. And I shouldn't say they're not. There's always outliers, y'all. Don't get me twisted. And if they got tested in a situation, their body would not be able to make it through, or would have a very, 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 very difficult time making it through. And these people will sometimes make people feel bad for not being attracted to them. All right? And if you're making people feel bad for not wanting to be with you, or, not thinking you're sexy, you're not confident, fam. And I'll be the person to tell you that. I know I be taking L's sometimes in my videos. All right? I know I be a little direct now, and I'm straight up. And some people don't like that. But that's how it is. But I'm going to tell you this. You apply this stuff. You take this stuff into account, you will see better results. The friends who are telling you not to take care of yourself, the friends who are telling you not to work on your body game, not to work on your body confidence, and do the things that it takes to do that, keep following their advice. Follow their advice for the next 6 months. Go ahead. Do it. For the next 12 months, go ahead, do it, all right? And I want you to see where you're at, all right? And once you get maybe a little tired, once you get a little sick and fed up of not seeing much of a change, once you get tired of having to continually fool yourself, continually talk yourself into feeling good about what you're doing to yourself, come to me. All right? Or go to a YouTube video, or another motivational person, or another coach who appeals to you more. Okay? I don't mind. And then try to do what they're telling you for 6 months and see where you go. All right. I'm going to wrap this up. We talked about body game. How's your body game? What's your body game like? What's your relationship to your body like? What do you think about body image and body confidence? What are your thoughts? You can leave them in the comments. If you're more private, you can shoot me a message. It's your boy, Stephen. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.